Okay, so we should now be live, everyone. Hopefully, in about a minute's time, there will be a little bit of a delay. Hopefully, you guys can hear us loud and clear. We are joined today by, as I like to call him, the EbuyGumm guy, because it rhymes, but he does have a name. Darren, right? That's right, isn't it? I'm not going crazy. Yeah.
That's right.
Darren is joining us today from EbuyGumm. We're going to be hopefully getting some questions answered from me, Joe, and the chat today. So if anyone has any questions, we will be asking you guys in the chat for them a little bit later. But yeah, we're going to start just with a little bit of an audio check. So we're just going to make sure everyone can hear us. So Joe, if you want to just
What's
say
going
a few
on,
words.
guys? You probably already know me. I'm the Closet Geek, Joe, over at my channel, link in the description. And yeah, plug myself.
And yeah, a little bit of an intro from Darren, if you want to just let everyone know who you are.
Yeah, great to be on the show. And Darren from EbuyGumm. So good.
Cool.
Do you want to explain to everyone what EbuyGumm is? Because some people might not actually know what EbuyGumm is.
Yeah, EbuyGumm is a UK-only buy and sell website.
I think audio cut.
No, I think you just ended a sentence. You just said UK only.
Sorry, no,
right?
Yeah, that's it. So it's a UK-only buy and sell website.
Cool.
It's totally free. Yeah, it's just for UK residents.
So that means, well, I'll come back to that in a bit because I'll ask that later. But the first thing I wanted to ask was whether you could just go over kind of like the origin story, like, you know, as they do in like Spider-Man, they restart it every few years, give the origin backstory. What was the like reason? Because obviously you have businesses before EbuyGumm as well, I presume. I think you said you had a few working out of a warehouse right now or something. But what was the main like reason? Why did you start to think about doing EbuyGumm? How did it start? All those kind of things. How did this all come like about in the first place?
Yeah, it's a long story, but I'll cut it short, of course. I've got a lot of different companies in business, so all my businesses service industry businesses, so I give services. And what I like to do is try and streamline businesses, make them better, make work better. So many years ago, I took over business when there was in a bit of trouble. It was import and export, or not import and export, but importing, selling stuff on eBay. So I took it over and learned very quickly what it was all about. I found it quite interesting. That was probably about 10 years ago-ish. We had a team of 5 of us, and we were buying and selling on eBay. And we used to import from China and sell the goods. So I got to learn about importing, selling, right, for a while.
Yep.
It's sort of been a bit of a in its early days of plastic, of course. So this was a new concept for me. So we were buying and selling, and slowly as the years went and it became awkward, I found...
Could you move the mic a little bit closer? It's cutting out just a tiny little bit in and out.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so any better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, fantastic. But yeah, I was obviously learning all about it, and I found that it sort of started to get a lot harder. Scams started to get worse and bigger. If big scams, lost quite a lot of money, and it just, I don't know, I just started to fall out of the awkward. It was costing us money, and then China as well. We were importing from China. We suddenly found that we were importing, China was selling against us. If we go back to something like LED lighting, years ago, I spent a fortune when LED lights were brand new, really. I brought in a massive range of LED lights. I spent a lot of money on them. We tested them and we put them through rigorous tests. And we found the ones that would work within the UK. They created a brand. We went with it. It was cheaper LED. And within a month, China was selling that. It was as if they said, thanks ever so much for the hard work. We know the lights that the UK want now. We're now going to sell those cheap, buying them off us. Yep. So it kind of, if you like, I was knocked by that. I thought, wrong, right? So with that and a lot of other sort of eventually just decided to.
1 second, Darren. Can you just push your mic from there to like there?
Okay, yeah, is that any better?
Much better.
Yeah, we don't know why it's cutting out, guys, but it's the best. We got it the best we can for now, so we'll just see.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So yeah, we just sort of fell out of love with it, really. Ended up closing, I think, Astro eBay finally closing us down. We were 100% feedback. We were a great business, and obviously, again, we relied on service. And then one day, I think it was when the Segways came out. We sold loads of those. We were quite fast on those, but a batch came out that were blowing up. They weren't ours. What it did one Christmas, a lot of people said, "Look, can we have our money back?" And there was probably quite a lot of people. We'd sold about 300 of them. About 40 odd people said, "Can I have my money back?" And my guy said, "What do we do?" And I said, "Oh, tell them the truth. Tell them that ours are the one batteries. So they've got no problem with ours."
Yep.
But that's what they did. They went back and they said, "Well, so many people said, okay, thanks for telling us," and the others still want them back. They're too scared." So I said, "I understand that. They give them the money back, and we'll try and sell them elsewhere." But eBay didn't like that. It closed us down. I thought, believe it, it was when these DSRs had been introduced and what have you, and apparently our DSRs didn't fit. We were 100% feedback. And I tried to get in touch with. Hey, look, we've been on here for 5 or 10 years. We've got 100% feedback. Why would you want to get rid of a company like us that have done an honourable thing by giving people their money back? That's a good business. That's the kind of businesses I want, on EbuyGumm. But I couldn't get in touch with anyone for, I was just so long. That about, I can't remember, 40 or 80,000 tied up in an account for didn't even get at. It was horrific what happened. So we closed the business, and a friend of mine who also did import did a similar thing. He was having the same problems, and he closed his business. And just started to hear more and more complaints and more saying how bad it was. So it was my friend that said, "I don't know why you don't do this. You'd probably do a better job." And I said, "I had a great name." So we had to think about it, and we came to a great name, and chose to shut the door, look at the business, and try and see if we could reinvent it and make it better for sellers.
Yep.
That was the aim of. So, here we are today.
So when was that? That was like around what, 2016 that the scooters kind of picked off?
Yeah, I think it was
17, something around then. So did you open or did you start working on like the website EbuyGumm straight away after you got booted off eBay, or was it like a year later, or when?
Yeah,
how long have you been?
It's about a year later, something like.
So it was around
about a year.
2018, 17 maybe.
28. I think 2018 was when we started to take it seriously. We started to develop it. We actually outsourced it to India to have it done.
Okay.
We found later was a big mistake because we didn't have control of it. But if I'm honest, we weren't ready to launch. As an 8, a friend of mine had a show locally and said Virgin had let him down, and he I was working on, and said, "You want to take the stand and take over the sponsorship of the show, and it would be good for you to come out and talk to people." And we thought, yeah, great idea. We were very, very close to launching. We went to the show, started to speak to people, and realised very quickly, yes, people do want. But little did we know that it would be the businesses that were actually even more interested. We actually thought individuals were interested, because everyone's got stuff around their house they want to sell. Everyone, again, we did a survey, finds it too awkward, it costs too much money to sell online. So we thought those would be the people that would pick this up first. But our very first person, I'll never forget it, this guy walked up to me, fantastic, he did this for years. How do I get 25,000 hours? You can't. So we sort of then realised, we did another few shows and realised, yes, the interest is there, but we've actually built the site the wrong way around. Is this when I say I thought, for selling individual things, and then businesses slowly gotten on to take part. But it happened the other way around. The businesses sort of come forward and said, "This is fantastic. We want part of this. So how do we get on?" So what we've had to do really is we played with the original site, if I'm honest, and sort of tried to make it work. But luckily, lockdown March last year, we said, right, you know what, let's rewrite the site and let's come back with some better for the. So that's what we've done.
Can I ask, have you got the site back in the UK from India now? So you're working on.
Yeah, it's a brand new site that's been worked on, built in the UK, and it's ready. We've had a conversation on Friday. We've just upped the programmers to get it finished. I'm not going to give a date because every time I give a date with programmers, we never seem to hit it.
So
it's in test.
The one that's live now is not the one you're talking about. There's a new one that's going to pop up at some point.
Very soon, very soon. An app to follow. The app's being worked with it as well. We nearly launched an app last year. We had developed it, but because we crossed the site, we had to. So this is a brand new site, brand new app.
Is the rebrand like completely different, or is it just going to look very similar with a few different tweaks, or is it going to be you're going to log on one day and go, wow, this is completely different to what it was yesterday? Is that kind of what you're hoping for?
Yeah. We want it to, but we want it to be subtly. People go, wow, and this is nice. It's not easy to use. It's
okay.
So,
how many people have you got working on the website at the minute?
We've got an outsourced team on there. We had, if we went back to last year, we had 12 of our own people working on it. Now come down to 3 of our own guys, and I believe there's 5 just. We just asked them to put another couple of guys on it to finish it. So,
I do think app is key. I think app is key. I work my whole business off of the eBay app. So I buy, list, sell everything off the app. I take my pictures and everything is straight off my phone. And people who I employ, I buy, I get new contracts and give them a phone to list on as well. So everything that I do is through the phone. I think that's key. I did use my phone earlier, and I actually went onto EbuyGumm just to have a go at buying and selling both on EbuyGumm today. And I bought something. I found it really easy to pay. Found the payment methods like simple. It's PayPal. It's nice and easy. Everybody knows it. Listing, I found really easy. In fact, I would say I actually found it easier with the let me just find, because I screenshotted it as I went along. When it gives you the categories, then it will give you a second category and then a third category. I found all of them ticks the right boxes. There are some like tedious, I know, but there's some spelling mistakes and things in the categories there, but you get the right idea. So I was listing Pokemon cards. So I'll go to Pokemon cards, then it'll go like individual Pokemon cards, and then like whatever it is, the collectibles, card games, Pokemon cards, individual Pokemon cards instead of bulk lots and stuff like that. I find that great. It gives you a lot of, and I found it easier to list on there than it is to list on eBay, to be honest. But I found it hard to find things. So if I type things into the search bar, I wouldn't. So I listed the Pokemon cards, then I searched for the Pokemon cards, logged out, searched on my partner's account for the Pokemon cards, and I found it difficult to find them.
And is this on the phone, on the mobile devices?
Yeah.
Okay.
That might just be like a delay between like it going live maybe on the site. I'm not sure how that works.
But it's at the moment. It's obviously it's just we had an app that was launched. We actually launched it on but we didn't get it. We didn't actually get it live on iOS because we knew we were going to scrap it. So what we did was he then came up with just trying to make it mobile friendly, which is that there's a saying, isn't there? It works on as a web page, but
desktop. I actually used I used Safari to do it all. If it wasn't an app, obviously. So if anybody got that confused, I wasn't using an app. I did use Safari to.
I mean, it's not an app. It actually works on your browser rather than being an app. So, we've sort of had to try and make it as friendly as we could. But what we're doing now is like you just said. I think last year they sort of said that mobiles 70%. I think they're saying now 80%. So it's actually going up. The use of mobile devices for buying and selling. So we are working alongside the app with the website. This is why it's probably taken a little bit longer than we wanted to get, because we are actually working alongside the and I think the app is very, very important.
Yeah, I would say the app's more important for like getting
I think so.
buyers than sellers so much. I think a lot of people that do reselling full time or like sell a lot of stuff online will use the website more, because there's usually more like tools available on there than on the app versions. But I think like the app is definitely important for getting people on to like buy the products, because obviously you could have 1 million products listed by all these people, but if no one's coming on to buy anything, there's no point behind it, you know. So then just like the advertising of the app, I think will help a lot. So we do have some questions in the chat, but we will come back to them a little bit, because I think Joe, you wanted to ask what's it you was going to ask about the eBay when they did the
oh yeah, you got sued by eBay, didn't you? Obviously unsuccessfully. I'm interested
very quickly.
I'm interested in that, to be honest with you. I obviously never heard of EbuyGumm. Obviously, there's a saying from up north, apparently. And last week, we had Chris on the channel, and he explained it to us. And it's a saying that's quite popular, apparently, up north, up in Yorkshire, isn't it?
That's it, yep.
Yeah. So obviously, I've never heard of that, but when I hear EbuyGumm, somebody said to me, gum could be Gumtree on the end. I didn't click onto that, but eBay, I clicked eBay. So I felt like you were copying them, but obviously you won your case. Congratulations. What I got to ask is, you offer that my feedback can be transferred from my eBay account to my EbuyGumm accounts. How would that go about? Because obviously you had conflict with eBay. Would there not be issues with my eBay report being built up on eBay? That's what they kind of own, my report kind of thing, but transferring that across.
I disagree with that. If you come to work for me now and you gain some qualifications don't stay with my company. The qualifications stay with you. It will leave my company with your qualifications. Same with wherever you earn your quality feedback, quality status, whether it's Etsy, eBay, whether it's on Amazon. That is you as a shop. If you had you were selling in a shop as well as online, feedback and quality status to me is yours. So that's what we're doing. We're happy to sort of bring if you've earned a quality feedback on one of these stores, buy proof of that.
I think that makes sense.
That belongs to you.
Obviously, with the option of being able to transfer my feedback over from eBay to EbuyGumm, would you further in the future, if people decided, hey, I want to move on to EbuyGumm, stop selling on eBay, would you be offering the same thing with the eBay listings? Would you offer listings transferal instead of them having to go through? Because I have 1,500 items in my store.
Oh right, yeah. We're working with again because we're working with businesses now. We've switched it to be more of a business for businesses first, but it was going to be for individuals. It's something else that we've come across straight away. You can see behind me Limworks. Limworks should have been live this week. I actually meant to text and find out if it's live now. They've had to rewrite it ready for the launch as well, so it will work. Limworks is a huge company for huge sellers, thousand items and stuff. We've got a guy who's waiting at the moment for Limworks to go live. I believe it's a motorcycle shop, huge shop with hundreds of thousands of items. We'll be able to do it on Limworks. There is other companies like Limworks that offer that form selling, because that's anything like I was as a seller. I don't care if the sale comes from Amazon, comes from eBay, comes from me, but I want sales. Yes, it'd be better if it comes from EbuyGumm, because at the end of the day, as sellers, we want. So working with the amount of conversations I'm having behind the scenes at the moment is everywhere. So I don't want to talk about them yet, of course, but lots and lots of amalgam coming on them.
Limworks is like a third-party company that helps you transfer your active listings from one platform to another, right?
That's it. And I'm
And
talking to about 3 or 4 of companies very
and
similar.
that's going to be like, is that directly integrated, or is it just you have to contact them and then they'll sort that for you, or how is that?
But Linworks, you'll its own platform, and we're now an app. The app, and then you can add your to EbuyGumm.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's live hopefully now. So, and we're talking to more and more every week.
I think this is a fantastic question, which I'd like. Sorry, are we doing questions from the chat yet?
You go for it. Yeah, if there's one in there you want to answer.
Yeah, one that's Veros. I've received 2 Veros on my eBay account. What are you doing with Veros? Are you doing a Vero? Obviously, Velcro. I cannot put anything with the title Velcro in. Found that out the hard way when I first started. What were you doing with that?
That's like if you buy a jacket that has like hook and loop system and you put Velcro in the title when it's not actually Velcro, it's like a different off-brand. The company Velcro will contact eBay and they'll have your listing taken down, and then they'll like strike you for that on eBay. And they call it a Vero system. Someone was asking like, is there going to be some sort of system in place like where companies can be like, that's not actually our product, can you like remove it or something? I think that's what they're asking in the chat.
Yeah, very interesting. So this is fake items?
No, not fake items.
Just like if you list, let's just say Lego for example, if you have like Mega Blocks and you've listed it as like Lego, they don't. Yeah, like if you put like Lego compatible, Lego don't like that because it's not actually their product. You're using their name to sell like Mega Blocks basically, and then they'll like contact eBay and they'll be not very happy about it. Is there going to be like a system in place that automatically removes items, I guess, or is it just? I presume it's going to be like.
I'm sure we will. We want this to be right for sellers. We want to give sellers what they want, and we're asking you to give us questions and things like this that you want. We're here to give you a site you want, so we will look at fixing everything for sellers. It's the first time I've kind of heard of that.
I'm pretty sure the sellers
Velcro in some kind.
I'm pretty sure the sellers would like you to tell those companies to get lost. I think that's what we would like, but whether that's like
what I'm gonna say is when you get a Vero on eBay, the first one's like free. The second one, the first one's a 3-day ban. I got banned from eBay, listing, selling, everything for 3 days. The second one, I got banned for a week. They're both separate items. One of them was Velcro, one of them was Lego compatible blocks, and I got banned for a week. Couldn't list, couldn't sell. Obviously, it's my income. It wasn't at the time, I was part-time. But would you be putting a punishment in place? Because I didn't know. I didn't know I couldn't use the word Velcro. I didn't know I couldn't use the word Lego compatible.
Yeah, again, and I've just finding that out. I think it's very harsh to take a business out earning income. Yes, there's going to have to be something we do for that. But maybe with the power of eBay, they could have doing it. I don't know. We will look into it. I've taken that down.
Just like obviously you have to comply with the law. If it's like law abiding, you have to have something removed. Maybe it's not so much having your item taken down that we have the issue with. It's more like the way they go about trying to punish you for that. Maybe. So
I was just going to say,
instead of locking you out for a week or something, maybe just I don't know. So there's always a better way to do something. Obviously, I don't know all the answers. But...
I just think it's harsh to give a ban for a week for a mistake which you didn't know about. That's what I believe.
Well, again, to me, you would look at that, try and find out if you do know about that. The conversation. The difference in us, we are again it's about the UK. Answering phone, we are going to have humans now. We've got humans that are already looking over our site for scams. We found one the weekend, a guy in the UK. We banned him. We found it. The customer was refunded over the moon. This happens, but we've actually got humans that are actually ready, looking into things. She didn't know about the scam. We spotted it and said, "Look, did you know there's a scam going on?" Brought it to her attention. She was over the moon for that, saying, "Wow, this is the same thing we want to bring to this. We want to bring your income." And I really do. eBay is so big, they probably don't understand. A week off eBay hurts you. It's all wrong. We've been there and had this happen, and it's wrong. We want to give you a better service. So that's
When you say
definitely
you
put
have,
something better in price.
when you say you have real humans to deal with like issues like scams and when you phone up and stuff, would that be like indefinitely scaled with the website, so it's always like that, or will there become a point where you'll be like,
that's the aim to do it, because computers can't, like, this is where the problem's gone here. Let's face it, it's computers that are probably making, and we just think it's unfair. You guys, everybody needs a business for.
Yep.
It needs a better way.
I had one more question. That obviously when I first visited your site, the first thing I did was I went to the terms and conditions because I'm sad and I like reading those kind of things.
What I did earlier, I did the same thing.
And then I went to the frequently asked questions, and it actually threw me off to the point where I decided not to sign up originally,
right,
because I went to the bit that explained the payment system for sellers, and it explained how you use the trust. I think it's called Trusty Pay. Which basically will hold the funds until the buyer says they're satisfied with the item, which obviously spooks you a little bit, because the amount of times you sell something on eBay and they never leave a feedback, it was kind of like, well, if they're not going to leave a feedback, are they going to say the item's okay? Will I actually ever get my money? And there wasn't really anything on there that explained kind of like a 2-day or 3-day window where if no negative came through, then it would get released. So I kind of just stayed away at that time. Can you kind of explain how that works? Because obviously now I've known that you can sell and buy via PayPal as well, which kind of negates that whole system. But if you were to use that system as well, how does that work with like getting your money if they say don't come back and say that the item's perfect and they're happy to release the money?
Of course. What I've done, I've obviously gone back to relook at that terms and make those explained a bit better, because we don't want this to frighten people. I'm looking back as this, that we were 100% sellers, we had 100% feedback, and we were a proper company. So I was happy to send an item to, and a reason not to. You can have our item and pay, and we're happy that it will be a perfect item and you'll pay us. So what we did was we created Trusty Pay to try and give sellers an extra badge of honor, if you like. So I was shopping on EbuyGumm and somebody had got an item out that, I would probably go for the person with the Trusty Pay badge because of the fact that they are obviously going to be so trusted. But it still has protection. So what happens is, as soon as somebody pays, the money goes into your account. The money's held. You get paid immediately. I suppose, it's explaining better for sellers. But it protects both. So you get the money into your account, send out the item. The customer gets the item, everything's perfect. We also looked at this and said, let's face it, if you've got a problem, we complain very quickly. But if we haven't got a problem, often we forget. So we have to build something like that. So on your item, you will have a predicted delivery date. You have 48 hours after that predicted delivery date. Money will automatically pop into your account if somebody hasn't come back. So you sign up to the terms and conditions. It's all fine. So you've got that sort of 48-hour safety net. So if they do just forget to, if they come in, obviously get the item, go fantastic, it's as described, which may do as well, the money will drop straight away. It gives you a little window where you'll get your money.
When you sell with the Trusty Pay, do you have to offer like tracking and stuff? Is that part of it as well? Because obviously,
like
I'm just
Amazon.
thinking, what did you say?
Like Amazon, you have to.
Like Amazon, do you have to provide tracking for every? I'm just thinking of ways scammers can get around this by like not sending something. It gets to the delivery date, and then the person says it's not arrived, and they say, "I'll just wait another 2 days," and then they wait 2 days, and the money gets released to like the scammer. I'm just trying to like, I'm trying to break it in my mind, like how this can like be broken. If that makes sense.
we can still recall that back before you get it.
Okay.
We can still stop that.
If the item, whether there was like you have to have tracking, so it's like once it's the delivery date and it showed that it's been delivered, then the 2 days starts, or how?
Tracking, we recommend tracking anyway, as everybody would. But you've got the items that are only £1 or something different. But most items we recommend. I think most people sell with tracking in.
Okay.
Because that's where we come back to the proof factor again. So if we do get a complaint, again, a human will look at your issues and make a decision based on facts. So in the terms and conditions, people sign up to say, yes, we agree that we as EbuyGumm will make the decision on the problem.
And how does it work with, obviously, if someone's using PayPal on eBay and something goes wrong, you ring up eBay and then they pass the buck to PayPal, so you don't have to ring PayPal. And then PayPal will be like, no, ring eBay, and it gets all like confusing and stuff. How does the how does it work with you guys? Like, if someone rings up and there's like money missing.
Yeah, it's a fabulous question, because we've actually asked PayPal that we take because we think that's where the biggest problem goes here. You're going to make a decision based on facts, and I've got another company that does claim and has done for 20 years. What we do is we deal with things based on facts, so it frightened me that we make a decision based on fact. We'll give people the answer based on fact. It doesn't stop, unfortunately. Somebody wants to sue each other after that. That all we're going to do is make a decision where the money goes first. The idea for us is to try and stop scammers both ways. There are scam sellers and there are buyers. We know that. So, the first thing we did when we shut the doors was said, right, let's look at scams, because that was our biggest problem for us sellers. We were getting scammed so much in the end. And at every scam you could think of, I had items sent back in different colours just because they wanted it. eBay seemed to just side with them all the time. I would, as a good seller with 100% feedback, does that not give me any I
would say eBay picks and chooses who they side with. I would say, like, Lauren's had some problems with eBay. She's a top-rated seller. She did have 100% feedback. She doesn't now, but she wouldn't get anywhere with them. So she had somebody return an Apple Care plan that was opened and a code was used, and they returned it. And obviously that's £130 sale. It's like, it's been opened, the code's not there, and they haven't returned me my item. She was forced to refund them £130 lost out there. And the reason they said is because she wasn't a power seller, and I don't think power sellers meant anything anymore. Now, I'm a power seller. If I sold something on there and I went and phoned up and said, yeah, I've had bricks returned to me in the post. I've literally had a brick returned to me in the post. And I phoned them up and said, look, there's a brick here. I've taken a picture, sent it to the customer to say I've received a brick. And they're like, right, sir, no problem. Sent you a refund, and sent them a refund as well. And I'm just like, well, I kind of want them blocked from the platform, to be honest with you. They've sent me a brick. Really annoys me. Infuriating that people get away with that.
Yeah, and what we're going to do is, of course, because we've been had by the same things. So the aim for us, of course, if you've got 100, for me, your feedback, whether you're a power seller or not, is your business. It's your front. You're going to have had problems, and you should have dealt with them properly. And that's why you've got 100% feedback. And we'll be looking at that as the other person got feedback or not feedback. Somebody human will look into this problem, and there will be facts that will give us a decision. And for me, we might not get everyone 100% right, but we'll get 99% of them right. The aim is to, as long as we make sure scammers are up in their tracks, they're going to start going, let's go and scam on eBay or somewhere else, because this isn't working, and that's where we're going with it.
I have got some negative feedback which I wasn't able to get removed, which two of them were I refused to return. One of them was a whole Band Hero set I sold last year in like May, and then they tried to return it end of July, and I was like, well, you've had it 2 months, I'm refusing that. And it goes, oh, it's not working, you've had it for 2 months. And this is the first I'm hearing of that, and it was working when I posted it to you through the GSP. Obviously refused that. I am empathetic if it was like a Christmas present they bought in October and then they've opened it Christmas Day, now it's not working. I had somebody bought an Xbox in October, Christmas Day they opened it, they played it for a few days, red light come on, it was obviously red light, Xbox is terrible, so I sent them another Xbox as replacement. Didn't have to because it's 3 months ago. That's good business, keep customers happy.
Will there be like a cut-off, like eBay does 30 days after the expected delivery date for like returns and stuff? Is there like a deadline cut off for buyers?
Yeah, there obviously is distance selling rule.
Yep.
All sellers have to abide by selling rule. So we'll be looking at those that you have to follow those. Again, we're back to this where you just buy a replacement station. These are the things that into a claim for somebody. This tells us that this guy is a great seller. So the chances of him sending somebody a brick are very remote. So it's going to affect his whole business if he does that. So we've got to look at the situation and look at who is the one who's at fault here. You've obviously done an honourable thing, and I think that should stand for you.
I didn't get a negative feedback for
business.
that. I didn't get a negative feedback for that. That's just an example. My negative feedback is long delivery. Something took too long. That got sold through a GSP to America. Took too long for them. So negative feedback for long delivery. Product was faulty when I received by post. This is a person who bought a vintage toy and gave it to their child, and then their child broke it, and they said it was already. They told me that the kid rips the cord off of it, and now it's not working. And then they claimed after that it broke in the post. I was refusing to deal with them, but
that's ridiculous. We're gonna run through some questions and carry on.
The other two are over 2 months old. Like, negative feedback is important to me. I don't mind having negative feedback. I reply to them all and give the honest truth on there. If they've had the item for 2 months, tried to return it, I don't think they should be able to leave feedback after 2 months. Like, after a month, 30 days, I think should be like 30 days after receiving the product. I don't think they should be allowed to give negative feedback. And also, long delivery. If I've provided what I've promised,
then you can,
like first class, signed for, or whatever I'm saying I'm doing, and I pay for the postage for that service, and they got sent on that service, shouldn't be accountable for me to be holding that postman's hand while he walks it to their door.
Yeah,
and I shouldn't be receiving negative feedback on that.
One of those situations, it's a shame, but you've done what you could do. You took it. I mean, I've just had it. Funny enough, a prime example. I've took thousands of items to post office, which tapes, free bags, giving stuff out free, thousands of it. Had a big batch of people are contacting me, so it's not to work out. I'm suddenly going, oh, people are now, so my item hasn't come, I'm going, oh, crikey, I've delivered it, took it to the post office. I'm actually not just one, but a huge batch of parcel. Where have they gone? Yep. Again, so I look at that. That's actually, yes, it's a horrible situation, but I shouldn't be penalised for that because I've done nothing. I took it the next day. What's happened at the post office? Some of the items have gone missing. I've had to send a duplicate. I'd be bad strike for that. I don't think I should, like you said. I think feedback is very important when people buy off you. It really needs to. Again, for the UK, so obviously the speed of things should be okay, but it doesn't happen. And I don't think bad feedback should be given to people for, like you say, it's out of your hands. It's one of those things. It's life. These things do happen. Is that a bad thing that you deserve a bad strike?
I think getting it removed is the problem. Obviously, negative feedback's always there for a reason. The person's had a negative experience, but if it's an experience that isn't because of you, i.e. the long delivery, that's not my fault. They've had the item for 2 months and they haven't had any problems up until the time the 2 months is up. I'm not a free rental service. I'm not dealing with that. So I just think.
One thing I'd like to see with the feedback on eBay and on your site, if possible, would be to have the feedback that has been left by the customer. Obviously, you've had, let's say, 55 positive feedbacks, and it's at like 100% or something. But then next to it, also have like another number, which is how many total items you've actually shipped out, like how many you've actually sold. Because on eBay, like you go on there and it's like 220 feedback, 97% or something, but you might have sold 1,000 items, or you might have only sold 100 items. So
yeah,
just to have that extra number that's next to it, so they can say, oh, they've got 99% positive feedback, but they've sold like 2,000 items. That's really good.
Yeah,
I know that you can hover. I know you can hover over on eBay and it will do the breakdown, like maths or whatever it is on there, but just to have it next to it, like you've actually sent out like 1,000 items or something, would be pretty cool statistic to track. Because I know places like Etsy and that lot will tell you, like in brackets, how many have sold, which is quite nice to see. I think we do have some questions.
But we've looked.
Chat.
Look on him.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, if you have something to add about that.
Oh yeah, that's a great factor, and this we want because we're the go-to place in the UK. That is our goal, and we're calling it, it's a place for sellers, built by sellers. But we want to listen to you, and we want to say, what features would you like? We have got a new feature coming out in the new site now, where it's actually kind of a cross between a couple of other different sites where we've looked and said, that's good on their site, but that's bad. We've got a nice new feedback section coming out again. So a lot of things we're listening to sellers to say, things do you like? Right, listen to the system to keep the perfect platform. That's what we want to do. So it's
obviously
great, coming here speaking to you guys.
Obviously, I personally think the customer's experience is more important than the seller's experience. Obviously, we're all there to fulfill a customer's. So if the customer wasn't happy, but it was something out of our hands, obviously, if it was something like I sold an item through the GSP and it went to America, it got damaged in transit, and it's not my fault, but it's GSP's fault, they'd refund us both. Obviously, you're quite early on in the stage, and like doing something like that would be quite difficult. I would obviously, if you're taking nothing from the seller, I assume you're taking money from promoted listings and advertisements on the website. I did notice that there's some lingerie on there at the minute. But
that's at the moment everything's totally free. All our sellers got an email a couple of weeks back to say we are offering now our shops. People who've got the shops, you're going to get you can get a free banner. We're offering the first people, so 20 people have come back. The banner's made for them. We wanted them to make sure they were a discounted item, so we can put their items up front for them. We've also asked them to put EAN numbers into the listings. Sellers is a good thing for you to do anyway, because we're putting our marketing into your products. So I don't like to speak too loud of it, because I don't want our competitors to come across and stuff they're doing. But we're putting our money into you guys. We've got to do marketing. So, do we want to spend money on this?
So actually, there's a quick question there, just because I've seen him in the chat. There's the reseller kid in the chat, little young chap, 15 years old. He's obviously been booted off of eBay twice because his account's been reported because he's 15. Have you got a minimum age you're going to allow businesses to run from? I mean, he is a business. I'm sure he pays his own bits, what he needs to pay. He's 15 years old, but he's going out, he's buying and reselling, doing his research, doing his testing, doing everything.
Sure.
I have come across him, and I thought, it's tracking what he's doing. 15-year-old kid. I was a young lad. I started work at 11. I was working in shops at sort of 12, 13, and I was buying and selling by the time I was selling cars at 17. I think it's fantastic what he's doing, but I will try and find out about an age, because I don't legally with us how to do it. I don't think you can get a bank account to the, can you, for that?
Yeah, I think the way eBay do it is you're allowed to be underage as long as you're on a parent's account. So like the parent's responsible, but obviously he got mass reported by some people online, I think, and then eBay just didn't want to deal with it, so they got rid of him.
But also you can become self-employed at the age of 15, 14. You could be self-employed, and obviously he would be self-employed, registered as self-employed.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works with taxes and stuff and that, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool if he could jump on.
Brilliant one to look into. Brilliant one. I agree with you, because I was one of those people, so I think as long as he's doing the things right and he's selling it right and his feedback's right, I will look into that. This is the kind of thing that I want, positive things to help us get the right side. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so we had Chris was talking about the Vero system, was talking about earlier. He said obviously operators, people that selling, their stuff, they have the legalities around their items and that. So if they phoned you up, they would obviously you would have to comply with getting them removed like eBay does, but it's more about like how you deal with the seller. Because he said I can't remember, I'm trying to find the actual message that he left about eBay. It was more about how they deal with the person after, rather than actually removing the item. I can't find the comment now. It's like it's disappeared.
Well, I can give you my ethos on that. And as a businessman, sort of seller as well, we're trying to give you the site, a great site for buyers and a great site for sellers. for me, my ethos on a good seller, again, your history really means something to you, and it does to me. If you're a great seller and this is a genuine mistake, then we want to work with you and want to help you.
Oh,
if you are a Mickey taker, for instance, and you're doing this on purpose, and bad seller, then I don't want you on the site. But that's my ethos as a business, as a site. If you're a good seller and this is a genuine mistake, let's face it, these things happen. And, I have to find a way of that, and that's a fantastic one for us to.
So I found the message. You left. He said, eBay operate the Vero system, protect themselves from prosecution, which is understandable. Basically, Lego or something trying to prosecute you.
Yep.
It's how eBay deal with those Veros from a seller level can be quite strange at times, which is obviously what people are more upset about than, if you list something as Velcro and it's not Velcro, then you have to expect that it gets get asked to change the title, maybe in description, or it gets removed until you can fix it or something. But it's like
integrated. So if you're going to list it as Velcro, it would automatically say you're listing this as Velcro. Are you sure it's branded Velcro? Instead of being like, oh, you're allowed to list it. Listing's available. It's now on eBay. Now you get your Vero. Instead of getting that far, as you're writing Vero, it will come up with like a suggestion.
Yeah, good idea.
So someone in the chat has a really good question, because obviously the website is UK only, so you have to, when you sign up, right, you have to have a actual UK resident household or flat or whatever to get access to sell.
Yep.
Someone said, how will you deal with Chinese sellers who have virtual office addresses in the UK? So I'm pretty sure how that works is they rent like an office space which gives them an address or something.
Yep.
Are you able to do something with like the shipping time? Maybe, because obviously it takes like 3 weeks.
We're not allowed on. We're already banning lots of them.
That's what I mean. Like, are you going to be like detecting that their shipping time's super long, and then you're just going to be like?
It's not. They even lie about the shipping times. It's the fact that when they do come on, I'm gonna try. And I don't want to give too much away in case we've got some of the bad ones on, but we've got huge detecting problems, that are detecting scams, and it's very, very easy to detect. I've got no. Don't want to be a Chinese seller. I mean, selling from China. So very easy to tell where they're from, and they're knocking our time to get on, but we're catching them right off. We're trying to say we're from London. No, you're not. We're a mile away. We have spoke to some.
Okay, so you have
to say, are your items?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what would happen if a seller?
I'll tell you the reason of that is the biggest reason is I want the people in the UK that are doing like what I was doing. Yes, again, we've got grade A, grade B, grade C. Virtually everything's built in China. We used to import the good items. Once I've got the good items and good quality, I'm selling it in the UK.
Yep.
Nothing worse than then being undercut by somebody from China selling. We want to help the British. You guys are now selling these items. You've imported these. These people now, China can't sell the same item against you. They're going to have to be on eBay. They're going to have to be. So you guys have now got a competitive edge. Actually compete with China again with EbuyGumm, but you can't do that anywhere else. You can import your items. That's what we want for the channel.
I think because they had a deal with the government, right? They would have like free import, like their shipping across to the UK was basically free. That's how they would get like undercutting everyone on eBay. I'm pretty sure that seems end now. So I think they're like on a more even keel with everyone anyway. Which is really good. So we have someone asking about the actual numbers. They said how many sales are actually going through your site. I presume like on a monthly basis. I don't know if you have that stat at all.
I couldn't give you those right now, of course, but I think that's actually the wrong way to be looking at this. We're a brand new site. I don't look at the sales every month on it. I look at the people joining. That's the biggest at the moment.
How many people you signing up every month?
When people sign up, is there I can't remember. I signed up a couple of weeks ago. Is there an option to like click whether you're like mainly signing up for like buying or selling, so you can like track what people are signing up for?
We haven't done that. No, that's a good idea. Again, that's actually not. That's what we do. People, if you're signing up, you sign up to do one or the other, aren't you?
Yeah.
And what I'm catching from most of it, then ask you to a shop front because it's free. You're better to have a shop front because you've got a lovely looking banner, logo, all your items in a nice shop. So we sort of go by the businesses are really the upfront, trying to encourage because they're the people that we're putting our money into. When we get to marketing, rather than give Facebook my marketing budget, I want to give the SEO on your products the marketing budget. We want you to have upfront EAN numbers. That's where our marketing budget is going. So you sales. We've got some companies on there getting great sales at the moment, and there's some people not getting so many. It's they're in the it's a new site. I'm not here to compete with eBay and Amazon. I can't compete with them. It would be stupid to try to say we can. But Jeff Bezos started eBay started somewhere. We're growing rapidly because it's free. The reason this is free, I'm a businessman. If I asked you now to pay, you'd say, well, no, now I want to know how many sales you got. Now I want. What's the point? This is free. Get on. You're going to get sales. The sooner you're on, the quicker your items are going to be found because when someone joins those items, you're there first. So, free. I think anyone who says they're not going to, why not? I'm a business guy. That's just a crazy decision. Get on and wait for themselves to come.
So in terms of obviously without the numbers and stuff, when the marketing starts, like when you obviously do your big push, the new site's out, let's say the site's out, the app's out, you're ready to spend the big money now on the advertising. Are you going to be pushing more towards like buyers or towards sellers, or are you going to do 50-50, or how is that? Because obviously I know Vinted right now are pushing more towards buyers. With their TV adverts, they're doing a lot of free to list, free to sell kind of stuff.
Yeah. We do both. Okay. But I think we've gone through the stages. It's chicken and egg, isn't it? Everybody says this is brilliant. We want that, and they go, "How many sales have you got?" We're like, "Well, we need you all to join for a start,
Yeah.
And we'd be all trying to buy off each other as well on the site because I search there first to find things. I don't find everything, but I find a lot of it now, and I try to buy there first because someone is making money. But it's a matter of for us. We've got a lot of sellers on there now. Marketing. We weren't marketing so much for the buyers because we didn't have quite enough sellers. Now the sellers are increasing. Now we're marketing products. We're actually stuck. So we've got there's a shop on our banner. They're a very big, I believe. We're putting all our SEO into his items for him. He actually thanked me in January and said, "A great month." So that's fantastic to hear. We're putting that up where again you're getting a free site, free sales, and you're getting free SEO. I mean, if you don't join and get a shop after this,
so the SEO that works like with the search optimization that you're doing, is that more for like the barcodes and stuff? When someone search on Google barcode, it will come up. Obviously, with you see like eBay, and Amazon, and stuff. Will it be?
This is where your listings, and we're just doing something on this now site because part of where we're going. The quality of your listing is important. So the quality of your description is, and the quality, and because your sellers, and what we want to do as well is we were sellers as well. We want to help new sellers that are coming along. There's a lot of new sellers being born. We're trying to teach people as well and say, look, we can help you. Get on board, get a shop front, get your titles right, get us and get these EAN numbers. The title helps with SEO, but the EAN really helps even more.
Can I ask about your advertising campaign towards the buyers, like online specifically? Like, I know that you've done a lorry, haven't you? You've done a banner on the side of a lorry, but online specific campaigns, like do you do advertising for Facebook? Because obviously, as sellers, we obviously want to make money. We want to sell our products, so it's important to us that there's enough fish in the sea for us, if that makes sense.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, we've got the plan that we've got is awesome. I've been in business since 2015. A lot of people are sort of asking me, "Oh, what's your budget? What you do?" For me to come on here at the moment and sort of tell everyone what I'm doing, I don't want to, and the reason is I don't want eBay to go, "You know what? That's a great idea. I'm going to saturate that and stop you doing it," because they can. They have got the power. But I'm a guy. We've been in business. I'm here to help you guys. That's where we're going with this. We're here to help sellers. Our marketing budget, waiting for the new site. Pulled the budget because there's no point us marketing it without the new site now. We want the new site there. The app, I agree with you 100%. That app is so important, right? It's coming out after the new site. Then we go crazy again. We start going all our marketing. But the shops, the more sellers come on, the more, everything's about timing. Like the TV advert, we've got everything ready, but no point me putting a TV ad on. I haven't got enough. I mean, it's all about stepping businesses. Your business to grow, got to, you're in business yourself, the certain strategic steps you're taking all along the way, and we're doing exactly. We've got some great things coming.
I obviously think personally that, I say exploiting is probably the wrong word, but whilst we're in lockdown, everybody's at home, everybody's on the sofa watching TV, everyone's on their phones, and I think now is the time where the advertising should be happening, because now's the time where people's going to be glued to their phones, glued to their computers, and glued to the TV. I personally haven't seen an EbuyGumm advert anywhere, like not just online. I mean, obviously the first
because we pulled it all. Yeah.
Would you say?
Obviously, the first I've seen advertising wise online would be on Mike's channel. I saw your interview on there.
Yep.
And that's the first I've heard of it, to be honest. Yeah. And obviously along the line, Knight's Life, I've seen you on his channel. I've seen you on a few other channels. And that's the first I've heard of you as a buyer. Obviously, to get buyers, fantastic, because Jay has nearly 8,000 subscribers, most of which would be sellers, because they're the people who would be. So it's great advertising for the sellers, but obviously for the buyers, I haven't really seen anything for that myself.
This is where we say at the moment. For me, this is about building talking about a community. We are a selling community. We're here to give sellers a great new platform. Everybody wants. I haven't spoken to one person who says, no, I'm not interested in selling and making more money. Everybody wants to make more money. Everyone's fed up with what's out there at the moment.
I'll be honest
we're here to help.
I'm trying to drag mine down. I'm trying to stop turning over so much. I'll be the first one for you then.
You want to make more money. You obviously want to make more profit.
Not yet.
Oh, of course, because the VAT levels. But that's.
Would you say, like, obviously, I'm just trying to put it in like a way that like makes sense to everyone. So would you say that, obviously, I'm not being paid to advertise for you. This is obviously like you've come on here without exchanging any money or anything. But in like, if I was selling this right now to like, if I was you, would you say that what I'm about to say is accurate? Would you say that the new website is like just around the corner, the app's just around the corner, the adverts are all lined up, all the marketing is ready to go, jump on now, just before everything goes live, and it's gonna come out like very soon, and then you're already gonna be ready to go? Is that kind of what you're saying when you're saying that we've pulled the marketing for now until everything's ready?
I don't mean to sound like we've pulled. I haven't pulled products. We're getting sales for people, but at the moment, I don't. Again, I'm not trying to many sellers, because I want you to come on when the new site's there, when the multi-listing's there, when we've got so much going on right now. We're in talks with Hermes, Royal Mail, we're in talks with lots of companies to make the site better. We're even in talks with a brand new payment system that's about to come to the UK. There's a brand new verification last week going to come on to give businesses a better name selling. So you're going to have another verification mark for businesses. That's so much going on. It's awesome. All we're doing is picking up this part. Our marketing at the moment, if you set up a shop now, you are marketing your products. People are getting sales. People who've took the time to put a shop on, put the banner on, do what we've asked, make your descriptions, put your EANs in, they're getting sales. We are directing people to their individual products. One guy phoned me and he said, as your product, this is great. He said, I don't come up on your list. He said, I sell my items cheapest. I want them to sell on your site because I still make the most money. So that's what gave us this brand new idea again, talking to community. We're going to help each other here to get this to work. People are now having our cards, they're having our leaflets, they're sending out. I've given around, is it 1,000 rolls this last month? Is it the 20,000 rolls a tape and 10,000 bags? I can't remember. It's massive stuff that's going out. Great to see all the images. But like you just said there, Jake, everyone is starting to hear about EbuyGumm.
Yep.
There's a snowball effect that happens. Again, you have to get to a certain level. It starts to snowball itself as well. And there is no better word, no better marketing than mouth. It's still the fastest way and the best way on the planet. But if we create the perfect site, which is, if you're selling and making that, you call me and say, I've had this thing, I don't want a bad fee, and we fix it for you. Everything's just going to keep growing. We're not saying we're here to compete with eBay and Amazon today. tomorrow's site, and every business should be looking at a sustainable future. It's not a business. I've been here for 32 years. You're supposed to be looking every year to try and be sustainable. Yeah, you're going to earn more money. Even when we charge businesses, we're going eventually. It's only ever going to be 3%. That's what eBay was in the good days when we loved it. But it's a fact. If I don't want to bring investors in, because the minute we bring investors in, and we have people that we have to pay, and then it becomes like eBay and everybody else. So we want this to be a British company that's creating a better path for you guys. And I think people are starting to understand it, because the more of this that I'm doing, the more we talk to guys like yourself, people are actually saying, you know what, actually this is fabulous. This is what we want. And the community's growing. People are jumping on board, and it's the community that's really helping to grow this. People are now contacting me. Can I have another bag of leaflets? Can I have another bag? Fantastic. It's great. It's people want this to fight for us. And it's going to stay free.
I'll tell you what I think would be great for you if you've done how-to videos like on your YouTube, because you do have a YouTube channel. I don't know if anybody knows, EbuyGumm has got a YouTube channel. It's been up for a few years. But if you've done how-to videos, how to list on EbuyGumm,
definitely,
that would be a hot topic. And obviously list things on EbuyGumm yourself as well, and sell things on EbuyGumm, and just do a little video. Nobody's done it yet. Nobody's done a video what's sold on EbuyGumm.
Yep, fabulous. But we're even thinking that I was going to do a channel myself, but if I was to do the channel, got to be honest, I won't have because I'm putting my time into everything else. I'm the one who's partnerships and trying to bring everything else together to get you, even cheaper and better postage. You won't be paying fees on postage. We want a better postage system for everything that I can create to make this better for you. That's what I do. Community, we can help grow it together. Free for individual ever. This is where you say to your mom, your dad, wherever it is, get your stuff, put it on EbuyGumm and just leave it there till it sells, costing you a penny. And this is what we want to create. And when those people sell those items on EbuyGumm, they've got more money to spend with you guys. So some people said I was crazy, but there's a method behind that. You can sell on Facebook. We know it's people get a lot of scams. People still, so we're trying to give people another level that's better to.
We have a question. From, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Kor or Kur in the chat. Sorry for butchering your name, mate. He says, I'm a clothing seller mainly. I can't see multi-variation listings on your site as for colors, sizes. They're all individual listings currently. Is there a way to create multi-listings on your site? I presume if not, that's coming.
Yes, there is. And I did do I did a quick how-to it's on. Excuse me, I'll send you the link. We did that purely because it is quite easy to use, but you know those anything.
Where do I find this one?
There is a variation. It is
you search. There's a variation listing,
okay,
but it's again that's going to change. We've started to do a couple of them, but different. Make it easy. And if I'm honest with you, the biggest thing we're going through is the listing page. At the best we.
Okay, your mic cut out there a little bit, so I don't know how much they heard of that, but I think what you said was your new website's changing the listing, like how it looks on the listing page.
Yeah.
Did you have a question from chat, Joe, you wanted to go over?
No, I was just trying to find a video. I was going to post a video down in the chat.
Life Redefined, actually one of the first questions that came in today was about a partnership program for sellers, I think. Let me see if I can find the original comment, because I don't want to butcher the message. 1 second, bear with me 2 seconds. Can I find it? Oh, here we go. Have you thought about having a founder partnership program where if a reseller makes 1,000 listings a year for 3 years, all the founder resellers get 10% share of profits? I guess there won't. I guess if there's no fees, there's not going to be profits for you.
There will be fees eventually. Of course, it'll be 3%. Obviously, eventually there will be sort of marketing banners and stuff like that will come in. So we'll be earning money eventually.
I guess he's talking about some sort of on-rolling program. When you buy a pair of shoes, they're like, if you get your friends to come to the site and buy a pair of shoes, you get 10% off or something.
Oh yeah,
something that adds up in your account, and then you can maybe even something where if I sign up 10 people, I get a pack of 20 tape rolls or something.
Yeah,
I'm just
I like it. Yeah.
coming up with a random suggestion there, but you know, something where something where we help you, you help us. It like works.
Like Tesco's point system.
Yeah,
Tesco's
like a point
system.
system, or most of them aren't.
These are things we want to hear. Yeah.
Most of those programs aren't monetary most of the time. Sometimes they are. But...
I know that Parcel to Go does a point system. If you do so many postage with them, then you get some bits for free. But I think they're the only sort of like online platform. eBay doesn't do a point system.
One thing I will point out, I got my tape. I got my free tape.
Oh, good.
And,
it's supposed to be good tape.
A little bit too good actually, because it was. I'm not even joking. I've been using the eBay tape, and it just like comes off just normally, and it sticks on. And then I put your tape on, and it was so sticky. It was literally so sticky. I'm not even joking that the thing wouldn't spin. And then when I got it to spin, it cracked my gun. So I have to get a new gun.
No way!
I think because it was like stronger adhesive, I have to like untighten the little like thing on the. I don't know, but it's working now. But yeah, because obviously it was a different adhesive.
It's one of those catch-22s, isn't it? We've had people message me to say your tape's brilliant. Can't buy it. I'm not.
Yeah, it's good tape. I'm happy with it. Yeah. It was too strong for my gun. My gun it wasn't. It started creaking and everything, and that's literally not a lie.
Do you remember the shorts video I'd done where I had the eBay tape and I taped up Stacy and I was like, "This is what I use." He wouldn't let me use the EbuyGumm tape. He said, "No,
he couldn't get out of it."
No, not so much because he wouldn't be able to get out of it. It's because he loves using it. It's like, "No, it's too strong. You can't use that one. Use the eBay tape. It's cheaper."
It is genuinely strong. I'm not just like pulling your leg or anything. It's actually. Yeah. I think it's probably from the same place. Maybe.
Hoping that's a good thing.
You've just paid for like the stronger version because it's the exact same size as the eBay. It's got the exact same amount on the roll, as far as I can tell. But it just seems to be stronger, and it makes an awful noise on my gun when I pull it because it's like creaking and everything. So I have to upgrade my tape gun. I think it wasn't a very good tape gun to begin with, but it is strong tape. Night's Live Rich, who was on this show the other day, confirmed as well that's strong tape.
Yeah. So do we stay with the good tape? I like to listen to.
I think it's great tape.
You're about to do another order.
If you send me some tape, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a little shorts video where I will tape Stacy to the shutters and then lift the shutters.
We could probably do
I'll send
like
you the
a
box.
tape. You could
give me the dress after. Brilliant.
You could probably buy some eBay tape and then do like a weight comparison. Like we'll get some weights, wrap one bit around on the eBay, one bit around, and then like add more weights and see which one snaps first.
I just want to peel it off of Stacy because I don't know if you noticed that little shorts video. Because obviously you pan over him only just for a second. So it's duct taped to a chair with the eBay tape, but it was top.
Let's see the video.
He was only wearing a pair of underwear, so obviously when you had to rip it off him, all his hairs were coming out. Imagine that with the EbuyGumm tape.
Chris in chat has just said, I typed buying and selling platforms into Google, and it came up on page 1 just under eBay. So you're right under eBay.
We'll get in there. Gotta have some faith in there.
So, obviously that had changed though, wouldn't it? Because obviously if you've adapted a new website, this website will be getting closed down. Everything will be getting transferred.
No. It just goes live on the same address.
It goes with it.
Would it? Or would it not?
Yeah. It just
create a like impression list or anything.
Right. Any more questions in chat?
There is.
Guys?
You have to port that over.
Yeah. You just flick a switch and it turns one off and the other one on.
So I'll get down for a few hours while we.
How do I get hold of some of this wonderful tape and mailing bags? I think if you just type tape into.
Well, I'll be selling it on my eBay store within a week. I'm just about to give my address so I could get some. I'm joking. I wonder you up.
You're gonna buy eBay.
The bags are fabulous. They're back. The bags. We've got lots of the tape though. But if what we're actually asking now, people have signed up. If
your mic's gone completely.
I just disconnected.
You can. There is out of the bags, but go on to EbuyGumm and type in EbuyGumm tape. The tape.
Yeah, I only ordered tape and I got bags, a face mask in the same package. So
we like to give you some.
Yeah, that you should definitely keep doing that. Like maybe, like obviously, people are gonna take the mick at some point and just keep ordering it for free forever. But at some point, maybe like the people that are selling so much a month could get a credit and they can order a load of free stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what we. Yeah, I like that. That's good. You do get, unfortunately, we've had a few people.
Somebody else got a good question here, actually.
Yeah, go for it.
Obviously, companies like Gumtree and stuff like that, they sold up to eBay. If you become like a multi-million pound company, obviously, let's just say the company's worth 10 million. eBay comes along, like, we don't want this anymore. We'll offer you 50 million to buy you out. Are you selling it? No chance whatsoever as a guarantee.
You can't guarantee anything. One is I've got a lot of sort of generations coming through that are going to take over what I'm doing. So the reason I'm doing half of this, kids to continue it, and I want to build this platform. So if I sold it out, I wouldn't be achieving what I'm trying to achieve. So.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, a few people, when you was on the last stream, was just discussing in the chat, obviously not saying that it was, obviously some companies purposely build a business because they're waiting for that call from Amazon or eBay or whoever it happens to be to like buy them up, and that's their business plan from day one, is to get bought out, and then obviously they move on to the next thing. I guess
my business plan.
I guess the question was just that's not what you're trying to do here. You're actually trying to build something.
Because I was a seller. I'm a heartfelt seller, if you want. I'm very anti, not Chinese, because I've got a lot of Chinese friends. Very anti-Chinese selling. It closed my company down, which I was horrified at. And I'm a patriot. I'm a guy that sits here thinking, why are we allowing China to run one of my other companies in the automotive trade? Started when I was a kid at 19. All the companies around me made badges, wheels. They all made things for car manufacturers. Slowly they all disappeared, and it was the Chinese that got rid of them. And now the Chinese, I'm a kind of, why are we doing this in our own country? So I'm kind of, in that way, I'm trying to, patriotic. I want to build something for the UK, better platform, UK sellers. And the reason I banned China is I don't want them on there. They're knocking our door like mad. If I wanted to earn some, hey, come on, you come and pay, because they'll probably take over the site. That's not what I want. I'm doing this for the UK businesses to make money, not for China to make. Really anti that happening, so that's been banned. So I've given you guys a playing field. Now import and sell and make money against China. That makes me happy, because that's what I used to do. And again, I don't want to take investors. A lot of people are saying, can we invest in this? And already all happening. I don't. The minute that happens, at least. So I want it for the UK. I can earn a nice living out of it. And businesses in the UK, I think it's a fabulous.
Well, I plan to sell my business as soon as it's worth enough. I want to retire before I'm 40.
Someone in the chat asked if you could buy a new microphone on EbuyGumm. He's making that same joke.
Yeah, I think I'll have to. It's I don't know.
Okay.
It's the
internet. I've been filling in the gaps when it cuts out, so it's fine. I'm sure everyone else can work out what you're going talking about. Right, let's see. Do we have any more questions?
Donald Trump will love it. Love what?
The no China, probably.
Oh yeah.
I'm gathering that as well. Yeah.
So what would happen if someone like a company in China opened like a warehouse in the UK, had the products in the UK, registered address in the UK? Is there like, obviously that's going to be very difficult to.
Well, that'll still be classed as a UK seller. They'll be paying UK taxes. They'll be in the UK, so surely there wouldn't be.
Well, this is for you. You've got to live in the UK. Not got anyone live. When you join up and sign up, we want proof you're a UK resident. That's the first thing you do. And after that, as I say, we've had this happen with China lots where they've already done this, tried to bypass it, given us the warehouse address, we found it. Sorry, no. Sell on. It won't find many, or hopefully if we do find them, they will get on, they'll sneak on some, get them back off.
Yep.
Do that. We want this for the British.
Right, any more questions in the chat, guys? Because like I said would happen, I've forgotten half my questions. I should have written them down before we started.
Guys.
And now it's up to you guys in the chat. This is the thing, when you was on Rich's show, I had questions like come into my brain like constantly, like asking this.
Yeah.
And then now that I'm on here live
Well,
with you,
I do have some questions because obviously I did a post on my.
Just for a quick on that, guys, please know I take about 20 calls a week where I'm talking to business sellers as well. If somebody's got an interest, I am happy. I want to, if I can give you my vision, else, I'm happy to talk to anyone. If anyone's got any questions after this and wants to call through the week, not a problem. Just there's a contact us center. If you send a message in, you'll get a message, and I'll give you.
Becky has a question. Does that mean you can only sell within the UK? I mean, like, can you ship like international?
Not at the moment. And what we've done at the moment, you'll probably see just here. We have just registered our. We're already working on it. We're contemplating doing buy. Nobody outside of the UK will understand EbuyGumm is. So buy is going to become our global brand. What we've done in different countries.
Would that
so
be like
we're trying to come up.
Buy.com or something?
Buy.co.uk at the moment, yeah.
I like. But
we're trying to look at. Yeah, that's nice. So
I do have a couple of questions here, actually, mostly to do with obviously concerns with siding to the buyer. I've got Matt's retro boot disc. He said, Darren said they're pro the seller, but reading their website FAQ, it seems the opposite. Can EbuyGumm really do better than eBay with returns and scams? I get a lot of returns. Like I say, I get a lot of returns. I sell broken laptops, spares and repairs laptops. Sell the spares and repairs. They receive it. Then they'll open up a case saying item not working. And it's like, yeah, it's not working. I sold it as not working, spares and repairs. And I find that absolutely infuriating that they're able to do that. Wrong reason for return, and you can't do anything about it. You just have to suck that up as a business, take it on the chin, pay the postage, which is always £7.50 to get your item back, and you've obviously lost the postage what you've sent it out with. I find
where do they return it?
Sorry?
Where do they return it? Because they say it's not.
Yeah. I sold it as spares and repairs, not working. I list them all as I get them, so I'll get them in, and because of data protection, they're coming from schools, they're coming from marine bases, they're coming from places like that. So I don't know why I haven't got a charger wire with it, but there's no charger wire with it. There's no hard drive, completely untested. So I list it, no hard drive, no RAM, no anything, untested, spares and repairs. Then they'll receive it. They'll be like, oh, it's not got battery. No, it's not battery. It's not got a hard drive. It's not got a charger. It doesn't work. And open it, return, item not working, which I've sold it as not working, but because it's not working, I have to accept that return and I have to pay the postage to get it back. I find that absolutely infuriating.
Well, does that happen quite a bit?
I've had it happen a few times, yeah.
I'd want to make sure before I sent it out to the seller to say, you do realise, I know it sounds harsh, you shouldn't have to, but
this is something
could you implement a pop-up system before payment on items that were listed as I presume there's a spares and repairs or broken tab on the website. Like if they click on one, maybe they've under the impression it's a working one just before they confirm their payment. Could there be like a confirmation just so you are aware this has been listed as broken, spares, repairs, there will be no returns should you receive the item and then realize blah blah blah, and they have to confirm it before, because I think that's not hard to do on other websites, so I'm not sure why that's never been done. I think a lot of the time what happens is someone that is in the business of buying spares and repairs to fix for a profit will get the item. They'll look inside the item, they realise that it's beyond their scope or they're not able to fix it. Then they open I didn't realise it was broken return case, and then obviously eBay just says, okay, send it back. But obviously if there's a confirmation, then you can be like, well, you clicked the box that said you knew what you was buying.
Obviously we have to accept returns anyway. Obviously if they open the return and said, I no longer want this item, that's fine. They have to pay to get it back to me. That's
yeah.
how I work. But if they open up the return saying it's not working and I've sold it, it's not working, I find that infuriating. I don't mind giving them their full refunds if they return the product back to me at their own costs.
Who says you have to pay the postage?
Well, because there's obviously reasons, and you can select a reason. So you've got a list of reasons for return. The first one will be item not as described. Then it'll be I no longer want this item. It doesn't fit or whatever. Then it'll be like item's not working. You can click on one of them, and it'll say, let's say I no longer want this item. Okay, you have to pay this much to send it back. Like, oh, I didn't realize I have to pay. Let's click on that one. See if I have to pay then.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Then it's like, well, now the seller has to pay the postage, and I think personally, you shouldn't really be given the option to change.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I like that. That's a good one.
Someone in the chat says they signed up for a business seller account a month ago, and it gave me an automatic username. He's tried to change it, but it says you cannot change for 180 days. Obviously, he's probably asking, is there a way to get around changing that for him?
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that at the moment. It's addressed in the launch. But if you send us your, again, off the contact center, just send us the name that you want for you.
Perfect. That answers that one nice and easy. There was another one.
Emma's one. I think Emma's asked a couple of times.
I asked before, but maybe it was missed. Is there a problem? If there's a problem with a sale, can we call someone in the UK? As when using live chat or email, it can drag on. Speaking to someone direct would be beneficial. So basically, is there open phone lines coming, or is that available currently?
Yeah, just contact us on the contact center. If you say you want to call back, somebody will call back.
Do you just have to put in there your phone number, I presume, and then? Yep. Okay. So it's as easy as adding your phone number.
Yeah.
Any more questions? I like these ones. They're nice and easy to answer, aren't they? Signed up. Okay, done that one. They can still return. They should just have to pay postage rather than the seller.
Yeah. I understand that. As a business, you have to accept returns 30 days. That's fine. If they bought a dumb mistake,
should you know?
They're like, oh, I didn't realize it's a broken laptop. I paid £10 for this. So what are you expecting? Like, but I just find it infuriating that you have to pay the return if they've opened up.
I agree with you. Horrible.
Is there a thing? I think we probably spoke about this before, but is there some sort of thing in place for if someone sends, if they say, oh, it's not working, they send back a completely different item? How do we prove that to you? Do we just show you the item that came back, or?
The biggest one again here, even down to the old brick. If you go back to the brick placement thing, we had this happen. Now, the weight again on the listing. The weight to the brick sent back was different to the weight of the item sent out. So again, it's quite a bit of a difference. We again tried to say to eBay, look, the weights are different. If you the same item back, the weight. So there's plenty enough things to give us. Again, for us, it's fact. We're looking for evidence to be able to say we're making all. When you've signed up to our terms and signing up for us to make the decision. It could be right. It could be wrong. You're just signing up to say it's our decision. It could be right because we're going on evidence, and we will release why we're giving that decision. We can't stop you suing each other after. But what I do believe is, we get it right, we're going to stop the scammers. Not going to back if we get it wrong.
Yeah.
The person might want to still sue the person because you could. But we've done client 25 years. My main business is, and we do everything by evidence. We go to court regularly based on evidence. This, for me, is something that I actually think is enough to sort out. And I don't want to go into details about how we do this, that, and the other, and what have you. But I think it's quite a straightforward thing, and this is why we've built it in.
Okay.
Again, we've been sellers as well, and we've spotted both sides. We've just spotted a scam. It was over the weekend. We spotted it before it even, whilst it was happening. Contacted the lady. Ever so, oh, I knew I shouldn't have done this. Don't worry, we fixed it. Over the moon. The scam was happening. We'd already spotted it. These are again, it's humans with eyes. So.
I had a question. It's gone. So if you have,
I think it's going to be impossible to prevent scamming. Scamming's going to happen. Doesn't matter what platform it is. It happens on Amazon. It happens on eBay, and it's going to happen on EbuyGumm. It's just how it's dealt with. Obviously,
big thing for us. If you're a scammer,
most sellers, business sellers would have been, you know, been scammed. Most business sellers would have been scammed. I'm quite happy to share. I only block people who have tried to scam me or who have been an absolute nuisance to deal with or trying to get partial refunds. I don't do partial refunds. Return the item, have your full money.
Yep.
I don't believe in that. But scams, it's just how you deal with it. And I, at the moment, when I get a return, so printers, I get quite a few returns on printers, which isn't great. Isn't great for me because obviously my printer return rate is quite high. But when they come back, I'll set them all up and I'll test it on camera, showing the serial number, upload that to YouTube with a private link so none of my YouTube viewers can see it. And I'll attach that link to show it working. But there's still nothing that happens. Obviously, I'll say it's working. Here's the proof it's working. And here's the serial number in the video. And I'll be like, so it was working when they've returned it. Obviously, they don't know what they were doing with it, but I don't sell them with toner or drum.
This might help you again because our other new thing. So we shut the doors and we shut and then I'll try and make, get rid of everything we don't like and do like and just try and create the best thing we can. And that's what we've tried to do. The VAD is our new video advertising. So the idea of that is you're going to get 9 listings on video advert. The idea of that is exactly what you've just said. You can now upload and send a video. And this is in the new launch. You can put a video of your printer working. Goes into the listing.
That's amazing.
That was literally the question I was going to ask that I completely forgot, and I've been sat here for 3 minutes trying to think of what it was. And then you've said video in the advert, and I'm like, oh.
I think video and listing. Video and listing, yeah?
We've had the same thing happen to us again before. We've had it all happen to us. So for us to send this out with with segues, my biggest one was to send a segue out, just like you. 2 months later, came back as not working. I opened the box. It was in 3 pieces. I put it out. Somebody had smashed the heck out of it doing jump. I sent the picture to eBay. eBay just gave him his money back. And it's £500 back then.
So you said it's going to be one in what? Like you list 9, and then you can list 1 in 10. You can put a video on. I guess that's just to mitigate the amount.
I can't remember now. I'll confirm it. I think it's 30 second or 60 second because the idea as well. I sell cars and stuff. So the idea of this was walk around a car, open the car, get just enough time to sort of sell that, so you can sell a car as well. Put the listing on it. Somebody said to me, what about the problems of anyone do anything pornographic or anything like that? I said, again, this in the tricks of why we've developed EbuyGumm. Every user is a register at their address. Hello, Mr. Policeman. It's a totally different concept to everything else. But for us, this video is another game changer. Whether you want to show a robot working, whether you want to sell your company, 30 seconds or so.
The only people that are doing that at the minute is Depop. I mean, I want enough time. Like Depop does videos, don't they? Just like a boomerang video.
I'm not sure. I don't list on Depop. I presume so, probably.
When I was listing on there, you could do like a boomerang video where you walk around the mannequin. So Depop's doing it, but obviously it's only like a 3 or 4 second video, and it's clothing mostly. What I want is just long enough to show the serial number and a test print on the things that I'm doing. I always want to get the serial number in there to show is that item that's working, because I'll sell multiple of the item. And obviously, if I list it in multiples, I always put in the description that the buyer of the item, say if I got 10 Brother printers, I'll sell one of them, and then I'll do a video of me testing the other one, showing the serial number, showing the print, and then I'll put that up on YouTube, and I'll attach a link to the seller and say, this is the item you're getting, here's its serial number in the video, and also a video of it working. That's what I've implemented now after getting too many returns.
How many have come back here? Yeah.
The
idea with this now, with that, you can think of this in advance now. So anything you've got and think, hold on a minute, I can do this. VAD again gives us upper hand as well. So it says, if we look into a dispute, right, to have that for us again, because human, we want this evidence as well. I've got to make.
Does VAD stand for video ad by any chance?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Must be pretty self-explanatory if I picked up on that. One thing I was going to say is obviously on eBay they introduced the offer system where you can like send offers and accept offers. There's one big issue with the offer system is if someone accepts the offer, they don't have to pay. So you've sent an offer, they've accepted it, it's delisted your item, and you're sat there twiddling your thumbs waiting for them to pay. And sometimes they don't pay. If
you've got to strike a deal on
that. If you ever have like some sort of system where there's like offers or back and forth, when they accept the item, can you just make it so they have to pay straight away? Because it's the most annoying thing.
Yeah, that's live now. And again, like you said, because we looked at it and said, why do we want to that your item will be live? That guy pays for it.
Yeah,
it's still live. Somebody can buy it.
Yeah.
We've done that again because too many people mess about. We were sellers. We understand. The idea of strike a deal is, I think it's only 3 messages goes back. You can open up a new one. And one. He makes an offer because I'm an old-fashioned guy, and I think strike a deal. Again, telephone numbers. You can put your contacts in, your telephone number in, you can put your email in, because he want you to do a deal. So your adverts can contain all your contacts as well, which is a great feature. But yeah, with that, it's literally you accepted that offer yesterday, or the item stays on sale. You sort of go back, do your bit of striking a deal, you agreed your price, you have to pay there and then.
You see, now that's something what I don't like is my partner actually, she's got her own eBay account, and she had her mobile phone number on there, and she had somebody phone her up and harass her because they wanted a part refund for something she sold, and they phoned her up and they're harassing her, and I could hear her on the phone, and she see her eyes light up, and she was petrified of this person as they're speaking to her like she was a piece of dog shit. So I said, look, pass me the phone, I'll deal with that person. So I picked up the phone, I've gone hello, and he's gone, shut up you bitch, listen. I was like, excuse me, if you want to, I don't like, I was like, excuse me, who do you think you're speaking to? If you want to report a problem, you report it via message on eBay, so there's a tracking system, so it can all be seen. And obviously that person's now got Lauren's phone number. She's removed her phone number from eBay because of that. I don't want people having my phone number. That's not going to be on show. Obviously, it's business details. I do show my business details. My business is registered at my home address, so I just show that address.
But what we mean is, you can, if you want, because some people do. If I'm buying a car tonight, I want to call you because of an item of that value. So if you want to show your details, you can just put your email. You don't get penalised for anything because we believe that you should be able to. You've got a car for sale. I want to give you.
Yeah, you're not allowed to on eBay, are you? You're not allowed.
Yeah, no, you get it's a few strikes.
Life Redefined TV in the chat says, I'm very wary of selling expensive items on eBay. Anything over £75 goes special delivery, and I cancel the sale if I don't like the look of the buyer, feedback, etc. That's not actually like a question, but I have a question related to that. Obviously on eBay, if you like cancel an item, sometimes you can get in trouble for doing that if you don't have a valid reason in eBay's eyes. Like for example, it's been sold somewhere else, it's not in stock. If you put on eBay it's cancelled, not in stock, you get like a strike on your account. Is there going to be any sort of like punish system for cancelling items?
I agree with that system.
Yeah, it's a kind of, we've got some things that are going to catch messes, mate. But unfortunately, you get good sellers, you get great sellers, you get the media ones in the middle. We don't. We're a business as well, so we've got to control the business. But we're looking at everything properly. We're not looking at penalising for things penalised. Our aim is to do things properly. So if we catch somebody, for instance, when we are charging a percentage, realise that they're doing this purpose kind of, then we have to take some kind of action. But again, nothing like what eBay are doing, of course. We don't want to ban you. We don't want to stop your income. At the end of the day, that is a last resort. Weekly income. If you're banned for a week, your weekly wages. Terrible.
Obviously, there should be bans in place for certain things, and
it was more so like if someone buys something, they've got really bad feedback. Am I allowed to deny that sale without like having to like deal with a negative from that buyer being annoyed at you for cancelling?
Exactly, but if we were charging 3%, we're doing that every week, then obviously we're gonna have to say, hold on a minute, Yeah, no, we're not going to penalise. Because you do get occasional times where you think, if you're not comfortable with it, I'm not to sell it, aren't you?
Cool.
Would you get the option to actually stop? Say, let's just say with eBay, you can stop. You used to be able to not sell to people with 0 feedback. You used to be able to do that. Who hasn't ever bought anything before? Who hasn't ever sold anything before? You can't anymore, but you can stop people who have had 2 or more item not paid cases open against them in the last so many months. You can, anybody who's got like negative feedback, so instead of having like 100 feedback, there'll be like -2 or -3. You can stop them from buying from you. But would you be given that as an option to your sellers to stop people like new buyers or new whatever, or people who just leave negative feedback, block them from buying?
We haven't implemented it as yet because, again, we are totally different. We are only for the UK. It's all registered sellers. So we're hoping for a better platform of course. We're going to sort of, we'll be running this. Problems will come from it, some slightly different problems, but the action in the best way we can. And again, we want a forum. We're going to create something for us to all talk, and we want to be led by you guys. So it's a new site. The aim is it better, give us better selling, less problem, scammers, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll find a way to solve everything.
With the with the video ad, the VAD that you had, you said obviously it's limited to so many of us, probably due to like storage of the videos and stuff, limits they have to pay. If we hit that limit, are we allowed to like drop a link, a YouTube link to like a little video of it?
You're allowed to do that in eBay listings at the minute, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It wouldn't be a reason not to do it because we won't be allowing people for a £1 item, and that will be sort of limits as to where it gets. But we shouldn't have a limit with it. You mean a bigger item where if it's only 60 seconds is up and it won't load? Can we put that in? I'll confirm that to you because
we need like a longer video or something.
Think you.
Yeah.
I will.
Obviously, the official one's going to be embedded, like they can see it on the website. The link would obviously take them off site, which might be an issue, but
I'll find that out for you.
Okay. Right, guys, we've been live for about an hour and 40 minutes. If there's any last-minute questions, do put them in chat because we'll probably have to wrap this up fairly soon. Because yeah, I've my brain's, you know, I don't know what's happened. I had loads of questions lined up in my brains. You know, as soon as we end the live stream, I'm gonna have 20 questions. It's gonna happen. Do you have any more questions, or do you have anything else you wanna? Do you have anything we've not covered? Do you know that you wanna?
I did. Obviously, the algorithm, the search algorithm, is what I'd like to talk about. Obviously, finding items on there, I found difficult. Obviously, if I'm looking for, obviously, the items what I'm looking for might not be on there, but I did know specifically this item was on there because I listed it. So, no doubt, trying to find it on my account, on a different account, and I found it difficult to navigate through the process, the search system. So I type in, like, it was like Wizards of the Coast Pokemon cards, like number, and I type that in, and it will come up with Pokemon related things. Then it come up with bath bombs and stuff like that as well. I think the bath bombs might have been related. I'm not 100% sure because it said it's got a figurine inside, so it might have been a Pokemon figurine. I'm not too sure, but I just found it sort of like, is there an algorithm that's being worked out for that sort of thing?
Yeah, and this is, you know, I've got quite a special guy who does algorithms, to be fair. So I could do with a specific, because we haven't come across any problems when you list an item. I've had a couple of people who sort of said, I've just listed an item, can't find it. It does take, I can't remember, it's sort of 15 minutes to sort of be found, embed itself in there, into the database, of course. So we have had that happen. So you just have to give it minutes for that to happen. But after that, you should find the item. If you've got a specific that I could find with it. If there's not an item on when you search for it, it will bring up different things. And obviously, we've got a lot of items on there, but it's nowhere near the amount we want. So as that's growing, you might get the odd search where nothing comes up. So
yeah, see, I didn't know whether there was actually like an algorithm or whether it was just like a search for search kind of deal where it's like it will just take the tags from the titles and the description and just bring up anything that was relevant. What happens in terms of like if, let's say, when the website gets really popular, 100 people have listed the same item and everyone's copied the titles of everyone else's listings? How is that ranked? Is it done on distance? Okay.
The reason of that is that I always find, and we looked at this, if I search, I don't know about you guys, but if I try and buy an item, I always go for the closest to me. Because
I did notice that you had that option on there. I did notice that. I liked that, especially if you're a reseller like me, obviously like Jay. We can look on there for job lot. Just type in job lot and then look up closest to me so you can see what's close.
Well, the idea is that your items will come to me again. We're trying to make this. Am I going to go and buy the furthest one away, or am I going to try and buy the nearest one for speed? Because I still think it's going to come faster if it's only around the corner. And if I've got to take it back, I can take it back. So the whole basis of it will come down. So 1 minute you'll be the nearest, the next minute someone else will be the nearest. I think it gives everybody a kind of in a fair shot, but it gives it a better. You can still scroll through it and find if the colour's not right or something's not with it, or that seller's got a better. So you can still go through it, but the nearest will.
And
I always think it's nice. You can collect it if it's close, can't you?
That's what I was trying to say. With that system, there's obviously free collection and stuff on there as well. And then
everything's been thought out.
I presume there's like filters for like lowest price and all that stuff you can then go by. Okay. Do you have any plans in the future to add auctions? Like eBay do auctions, or is that too?
I'll tell you why we didn't, and because we've also got buy. Remember, so we haven't decided what buy is. Well, we have decided it's going to be our global brand, but we want to again. Most of the scams we found when we were selling came had lots of scammers. Always, it was somewhere from different countries scamming us. So we sort of said, let's try and make something better for the youth. So buy, we haven't decided fully what we're going to do with it. Whether it be an auction site, whether it be we go and take some else around the world and make them connect differently, so it's not as bad. It might give you the option, but cut out some of the scammers. I know we're trying to find a new way of sort of making that better for the auctions. For me, I found it was always so obvious what was going on in the background. I would win. I would always lose the item, but get offered it. Someone's bidded it up as far as they can. So their friend will have offered it. They've got as much as they can for it again. I found this happening nearly every time I did an auction. So we know them scams go on again. So I just thought, you know what? There's nothing better than for me to strike a deal. I've got it up for 200, and I've only got 150 quid. I can send you an offer. You this or that. I think that's a better way than an auction. Because I just felt in the end.
I do find that things like collectibles, one-off things, like I don't know if you can see that gun there.
Yeah.
That would probably do quite well in auction because that is like one of 150 of these special guns made in the world for a certain game. And obviously, things like that is only worth however much the buyer's willing to pay. And if there's 100 buyers out there that want to buy that one item, then pull it up for auction, and then you never know, it could get a lot of money or it could get next to nothing. But obviously, things like that can go as far as what people are willing to spend. I've done really well with things like that, with like Pokemon cards. I've done really well in auctions for them. I'll list a Pokemon card for $79.99, then get bored of a listing, so I'll put it up for auction. That'll sell for 120 quid.
A lot of auction sites run different to eBay. So eBay has the weird, like, it ends at this specific time. Everyone bids at the last minute. People use sniping tools to get the last bid in. Whereas a lot of the newer ones that are coming out that I've seen, like over in America, they have like the timer, so it will run the clock down, and then if a bid comes in, you get an extra 30 seconds. So then it's like an actual auction, like with a the guy with the gavel, whatever it's called, like doing the auction. because then it's more natural, and then the person that actually wins the auction is more likely to pay then, because they've actually, you know, they've not bid it up, and then, you know, they've actually sat there and they've put their bids in and stuff. So I don't know why eBay don't do it like that, because the sniping things.
Yeah, it's just horrible. And I found every time I did it, that seemed to happen.
Yeah,
the owner's been bidding it up, and it's sort of obvious to me. So let's get rid of them and see how it goes. So again, it's going to start off without whether we introduce it. Again, we want to be spoke. You know, once the site's really busy and there's millions of sellers on that, I want you guys to tell us if it's an option that you think this is great, but also like the facility of an auction.
Here we go. I'll do this part live as well. So, Chaz has asked, how do you transfer feedback from eBay to EbuyGumm? Now, if you tell me how to do it, I'll do it right now. I'll screen record it and stick up on YouTube so you can see it.
Again, from the contact center, just send us a link to your proof. Just give us some evidence. Once we've got your proof, we'll
just contact the contact center. How would I do that?
Website is on the page.
I'm on the page here. Hello, Raymond.
They're not going to do it for you right now at 9 o'clock.
No. But I'll send it off so I can find the thing.
Center on. There's two ways. So,
all right, let's see if I can show. Right,
the page at the bottom, we have a.
Okay, yep, I see it. Yep.
Just contact us, customer services. Yep.
Call center. Obviously, no, I don't want to do call center. Okay.
Yeah, that'll come through.
I don't.
Two ways, call center.
I don't do it on the call center. I just want to send an email. Don't know.
I can give you the email if you want to. That's info@ebuygum.co.uk.
Leave us feedback.
The contact center is like a chat thing anyway, Joe. You can put your message on.
It comes through.
Okay, so it's not going to be a phone call.
No. Yeah, if you want to call back, you have to put the number in. He said this earlier.
Okay.
Obviously, Joe wasn't listening.
No, I was kind of doing a little bit of everything at the same time.
I think that was
multitasking.
Pretty much the last question, unless you have anything else you wanted to shout out or add or mention.
I think you've pretty much. It's been great. Thanks for having me on.
I think what we will have to do is we'll have to get you a new mic, and then once the new website,
yes, definitely.
Once the new website and app and that comes out, we'll wait like a week, let everyone have a little go on it, and then we'll get you back on, and we'll discuss the differences, because obviously everyone knows what it's like now. So when the new sites come out, we'll have a play around, and then we'll get you back on, and then it might be easier for you to, you know, explain it more when it's actually like people can go look at the finished product at that time. I know.
Hopefully, lots of people will be on the mobiles.
Yeah, it's difficult to promote something when it's going to be changing in like a couple of weeks or whenever it ends up happening. So we'll definitely try and get you back on when that happens, because it's been interesting. Even with the microphone not being fantastic, I'm sure everyone.
Yeah, that's big apologies. I will. I think I actually think it's my internet speed. I'm on Wi-Fi, but I just twice. So I think it must be speed. I'm going to try and find.
Are you out in a shed? Is that a shed you're in?
No, I've got a house that I'm in, an office that's sort of. I had it made, built the house and made every room soundproof and double thick wall. Realised that Wi-Fi doesn't like.
It's more likely to be your internet because it happened on two different microphones. I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
I shall try. I'll get it.
You have to use do you have 4G on your mobile? You can do like a hotspot or something to your computer. Maybe.
I'll hit a different room. I can connect to the internet, so we'll
get it sorted out. But yeah, there we go. I think that's pretty much everyone's questions answered.
That's ready for your app release, isn't it? I can see the Google Play Store and the App Store above it. That banner behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, of course,
when the app launches, will it launch at the same time on both at the same time, iOS and Android?
No, I don't think it will. And
there's usually a delay between one or two.
Yeah, it's very quick. Launched out on Google, but Apple a lot longer. It could be. It's exactly down to Apple. If they like your app, you're out. If they bag on, so we'll be trying to get it out as quickly as we can.
Yeah, Andy in the chat says, "Cheers, guys. I wish Dave all the best with his platform, and we'll be signing up over the next few days." So
yeah, that's fantastic.
There you
Yeah,
go.
awesome.
Thank you,
Again,
everyone.
anybody
Thank you,
wants to
everyone.
speak to me, please
Yep.
give me a call. Drop us a contact. I'm happy to talk to you. If you've got any questions you've missed or want to answer, talk to me direct. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
just sign up and send a message
Hello,
on the chat thing, and that will get answered.
So don't forget to claim your free tape.
I'll send you a message on EbuyGumm.
How much did you order of that tape? How much did you get?
Are we live?
I think it was 20.
Are we still live?
We're still live.
I don't know. With 20,000, I'm sure it was 20,000 rolls we had, and they've all the bags have gone. We've all ordering the rolls. It was about 20,000.
20,000. Jesus. And you're giving out 6 at a go, right, in a pack or something? Yeah.
But we've realised there's a few people reordering all the time. Hey.
Yeah. It's gonna
but
happen. If they're using it though, it's free.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we got what we're posting of the tape free. I think that's fair enough to do as a continue.
Yeah. Right. I think that's where we're going to end it, guys.
Fabulous,
Thank you very
guys.
much, and we'll see you guys next week.
Cheers,
Fantastic.
Bye.
Very much for your time.